It's my birthday! And to celebrate me, I decided to switch teams with my brother Jacob and battle myself with his team. So I am actually the opponent in this battle, so keep that in mind. So I start off with Flygon, knowing that Jacob would start off with O'Brien, because that's my favorite lead. I go for the quad effective flamethrower, yet it does nothing. My Ferrothorn is amazing. So Jacob goes to set up the Stealth Rocks, and I use Flamethrower again, because what else can I do? And Jacob's Flygon actually holds the King's Rock, so I managed to get the flinch off and take out O'Brien before he's able to set up any other entry hazards. So that's a decent start. Jacob brings out Viper, and I hope that I can be faster, but Viper outspeeds me and hits me with a super effective Dragon Pulse, which is going to take me right down. So Viper takes a little bit of damage from the Life Orb, and I bring in Edward's Scissorhands. Hydreigon goes for the Dark Pulse, and is not quite able to kill Edward. And so Edward uses Close Combat. And of course that's super effective, and it's going to take Hydreigon right down, at the cost of some defense and special defense drop. I decided to throw a White Herb onto Edward just because Jacob didn't have any good items, and it didn't need a Mega Stone. And now I get intimidated. So Jacob decides to Mega Evolve Razor, my ace in the hole, usually. But now my most threatening enemy. And he doesn't realize Aerial 8 Dragon Double Edge is a thing, so he goes for the Dragon Claw. But that takes me out just the same. So I bring out Hellborn, the Dusk Noir. He takes some Stealth Rocks damage, and is putting on the pressure. Now Razor decides to set up with Dragon Dance. But in the end, it ends up with less than its normal amount of attack, because I go for the Will-O-Wisp. So Razor takes some damage from the burn, but goes for another Dragon Dance. And I decide to use Confuse Ray to try to keep it from doing anything. So Razor is confused, but manages to use Dragon Claw through the confusion. And gets a critical hit, but still doesn't quite kill me. I use Shadow Ball to do some decent damage to it, and it takes burn damage. Now Jacob decides to switch Razor out, get rid of those attack and speed boosts from Dragon Dance, and brings out Tickle Balls. I use Shadow Ball, and it hardly does any damage, and Tickle Balls restores HP with its leftovers. Tickle Balls responds with a Shadow Ball of its own, which is going to take down Dusk Noir. I decide now is a good time to bring out Primal Groudon, and he takes a ground-type amount of damage from Stealth Rocks, which is nice that he takes entry hazard damage before Primal reverting. So here we have Ground Fire, Primal Groudon. Desolate Land brings out the Infinite Sun. And I go for the Precipice Blades and miss. So I wish I had used Earthquake instead, because it knows both. Oh well. I try Precipice Blades again. And it doesn't quite kill Tickle Balls, so now I'm really regretting not just using 2 Earthquakes. I use the Earthquake because I don't want to risk missing again. And this, of course, is going to take Tickle Balls right down. Jacob brings back Razor. And Razor gets off the Earthquake and is going to take Groudon down. But he gets hurt at least by the burn. So now I bring out Sharpedo. I'm going to take this opportunity of low attack to Mega Evolve and hopefully get somewhere. He uses Double Edge, which is going to hurt a lot. Doesn't quite kill me though, but it kills itself. If only I had some sort of setup move I could have used, but oh well. Now Jacob brings out Leaky Tube, and I decide to withdraw Sharpedo, because I want to save it for Metagross. So I bring out Sceptile. And of course he's going to take a Thunderbolt to the face, but it's resisted. And of course I get the Paralyze Hacks. So now Jacob ruins the whole reason I switched into Sceptile in the first place by bringing out Meta Knight. I go for the Leaf Blade, which is going to do like absolutely no damage whatsoever. And now Meta Knight speeds ahead of me and uses Zen Headbutt. Jasper faints. I bring out Sharpedo in a last hope of doing something, forgetting about the pointed stones, which take my life, and that's the match.